Hey, what do you do, Christian?
What do I do?
Are you a blonde boy?
I'm a blonde boy doing what blonde boy do.
Oh, hey, Tiger. It's a whole animal affair.
I'm a paisa boy doing what paisas do. Drinking tequila, maybe 2.
There you go.
Got the remix cooking up.
I love it. How you doing?
Good, man.
How's everyone doing on the attic here?
Salud.
Give me a cheers, man.
Salud. What episode number is this? 18?
This is 18.
Dang.
Woo.
Oh my God. This
I'm
season's
drinking...
almost coming to an end.
Yeah. Well, we should talk about that in a second. But I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar. And you got a Red Bull,
I have a
sugar-free.
Red Bull Pepper 0 free.
This is the ATTICC sugar-free edition.
I put Dr. Pepper in here, bro.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you were at the computer like, I'm about to do the craziest thing I've ever done. And yeah, look, because I already opened it. And I put it in here.
So, what does that taste like? Dr. Pepper mixed with Red Bull?
It tastes like medicine. Good medicine, though. It reminds, like, this is what they should give kids nowadays. Like, you know, when we were kids, I don't know if you had it, but when I was a kid, I got sick all the time. And I remember, like, purposely getting sick so that my mom could, like, get prescribed the pink, like, drink.
I was thinking about that the other day,
actually. Pink drink.
And it came in that weird kind of spoon tube, right?
Oh, yeah, they had the little spoon. Yeah.
You'd always, like, suck it off. Trying to get all the mushroom. Then you, like, mix with water and do a little shake.
And get that extra shot in there. Bro, like
do kids they still have that? Is it still a thing?
I don't know, dude.
The pink stuff. But you know what's better than the pink stuff?
What?
The orange stuff. You ever get the orange stuff?
There was. Yeah, they started mixing it up. That's probably illegal now because, like, you know, like, at least here in California, like, I don't smoke, but, like, you're not even allowed to get, like, menthol cigarettes out here. Like, they're not allowed to sell flavored tobacco at all in California because it's, like, targeting little kids.
But
so I'm curious.
What if? Okay, but that's like over the counter. I wonder if it's prescribed by a doctor. Then it kind of gets under that.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I feel like now though that it's because it's flavored medicine, and as kids, dude, I wanted it. Like, I wanted it just because it tastes like bubble gum and it tasted good. I bet you we didn't even need it. Like, I wonder if that like messed me up. Like, I don't know. Can we file a lawsuit? Like,
well, think about it. Think about this for a second. Okay. What would you do? It was a long tube and it had the flavor, right? And there was some medicinal factor to it. What is everybody into doing now? Vapes. Little vape pens. Yep. Sticks you put in your mouth has flavor.
Yep.
We screwed a whole generation of people. Boom.
Yeah, we're screwed.
We're screwed.
But that's what I created right here. This new concoction is for the new age. It's a little bit of Red Bull and a little bit of Dr. Pepper.
Bull? What would you call that?
Yeah, I'd call this Dr. Bull. And I'd have the image of the famous lady that drinks a Red Bull every day on the cover.
Who? What?
And in 100 years, I'll get canceled and saying, hey, why is there a lady on the cover of the can? You know what I'm saying? They did it to my boy Ben. He's not on the cover of the rice no more. They did it to my homie Aunt Jemima. She's not on the maple syrup no more.
Captain Crunch is fucking next.
Captain Crunch, bro. What did they do to Chuck E. Cheese, bro? They turned him into like an anorexic fiend, bro. Like, he used to be the coolest guy. Yeah,
dude, that rat is on hard time. He's at Pasquale Pizza ain't selling no more.
But you know the lady I'm talking about, the old lady that was on like.
No.
Yeah, you told me you did.
On Dr. Pepper?
That she drinks the Dr. Pepper every day, and that's why she's like 100.
Oh, that old lady.
Yeah. I'm putting her on the cover of my can.
So it's the video of this old lady, and they're interviewing her, and they're like, "You're 90, I don't know, 8 years old,
100 plus."
She was super old, right? She's seen it all, and they're like, "What's your secret?" And she with the the oldest voice I've ever heard, she goes, "I drink two Dr. Peppers a day,
yeah,
and then full sugar, right?
Yeah,
and that's what keeps me alive, something like that.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, "Well, don't your doctors say this is maybe not the best thing for your health?" She goes, "They did, and they're dead." You know, she outlived all of them.
Yeah, bro. She dropped the biggest Uno reverse card ever, bro.
Big time.
But yeah, I strive to be like her, man. It's an honor to be able to live that long, so I'd love to make it with this concoction. So It'll keep me up tonight. That's
they do sell those Rockstar Recovers. I think Monster has their version of it too. It's what it does is it takes the Red Bull idea or a Monster energy drink, and then it adds electrolytes. So it kind of combines what you get from a Gatorade or a Powerade or something. Which, by the way, I've had this debate with Dano.
Let's see.
Shout out to Dano.
Shout out Dano.
Gatorade versus Powerade. Now, to me, I felt like my generation, or maybe this was just my school, growing up, Gatorade was the thing, right? You know, Jordan, all those Gatorade commercials.
Yeah.
The blue Gatorade, the squeeze bottle, I remember.
All the sports teams, everyone in gyms, you know, had the Gatorade bottle.
Gatorade, remember the Gatorade, like the big ATM? Not ATMs.
the
big vending machines.
Oh, yeah, the vending machines. yeah.
You know, and then you pour the Gatorade on the coach after the big win.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Dano swears by Powerade. And I know there are Powerade loyalists out there that would say, to... And then here's the other thing. Do you remember when vitamin water was like the big thing? Who drinks vitamin water anymore?
I still do.
I haven't had one forever.
If we were to go to like our classic like gas station runs and we'd go in there and I'm like craving a water, I still go to like it's called the like triple X. I think it's like an antioxidant.
Acai, right? Acai
berry or something.
Berry, yeah. It's like a purple. I remember that one.
That's like my go-to one, and it tastes so good. Or they also have like a yellow one. I think that's like mango or pineapple. One of the two.
All I'm saying, it's been a minute since I had vitamin water. I remember that was like the thing.
Well, you got to think like back then. The reason why I wouldn't say the reason why it got big, but 50 Cent was a huge promoter of that. And I think he had a stake in it.
I think he owned quite a
large stake in it. And like in the early 2000s, I mean, 50 Cent, pretty much him and Kanye kind of like ran the rap game. Like they had a back and forth. Like a lot of people forget like how how influential 50 Cent was really in the rap game. Like I love hip hop, I love rap, and whenever I talk to like other hip hop heads, like they don't bring up 50 Cent. And it's like, dude, you guys realize what he did not only for the music industry, but for the fashion industry. Like he had shoes with his group, the G Unit sneakers. I had a pair. You know, he like any fashion that was like streetwear was all 50 Cent. And then look at him now. He ended up going into like music with like audio, like with the beats and all that with Dr. Dre.
He's an entrepreneur. He owns businesses.
Entrepreneur to the max.
And I one thing I love, he's a good friendship with Stallone, who I love Stallone.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because 50 Cent's been in several of his movies. There was there's a franchise Stallone started where he's breaking up. Is it Prison Break? His first one was with him, and it was Schwarzenegger. And it's like high tech. I don't know if you've ever seen it before.
Probably not.
And then the sequel. I think Batista was in one, and then 50 Cent was in another. And now 50 Cent's also in Expendables, and they have a good friendship. Yeah, he's in the new Expendables.
That's what I was gonna finish it off with. That like he ended up like I think he's a creator or owner or something, but like in Power. The show Power, and that show was like huge.
Yeah.
You know, and then he's making a new series. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but it's called 8 Mile. Yeah. And it's all based on like Eminem's career. So he's like, it's like his way of giving back, because Eminem is like the one that got him into the game. And like now, all Eminem did was music. He had that one movie, he won that Academy Award or the Grammy or whatever for it. But then he kind of just like did music. But now I feel like 50's like, yo, I'm gonna teach you how to diversify your funds, get into the acting thing and make it happen. So like I look up to 50 Cent. Like it's cool like that you're involved in all these different businesses.
That's what you have to do. I look at him and I think another great example is Shaq.
Shoot, yeah.
Shaq has diversified and also great quality products, but affordable. Those Shaq shoes. I don't know if there's articles and recently. I owned a pair of Shaq shoes growing up. And he's just such a cool guy. Yeah. I will say, I don't know if you've seen any poster, the billboards on the 405 for Shaqtober.
I haven't.
Over at the Queen Mary.
I haven't seen.
So this is the second annual Shaqtober event, Shaqtober Fest, whatever they call it. I've seen a couple commercials. he like holds the camera and he's like, ah, you know, he's just trying to be scary. You're never gonna believe.
Well, because he's like a DJ. Like he does. He also does like huge DJ
everything.
sets, and he's been like that since he got into the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kobe used to like hate him for that. Like he was like, they're on tape where Kobe's like, this guy came into the league and like just stopped caring about basketball, and he started like caring more about his other ventures.
Hey.
And Kobe was like basketball, you know, till much later in his career. But Shaq, he was rapping with Tupac. He was making mixtapes. He was in movies. He was in commercials. Yeah. He bought restaurants. Yeah, man. And like to this day, he's doing commentary. I think he bought Papa John's. He owns a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, man. Shaq is.
He's got those burgers. I don't know if you've had those. I went to a friend's house a couple weeks back. They made up Shaq burgers.
Damn.
And he has franchises like restaurants. I don't know. Gosh, off the top of my head, I can't remember which ones he owns or what he's all a part of.
Yeah, he owns a lot, bro.
That's one guy I would love to meet one day. He seems like the nicest dude in the world.
Right. Dude, I would kill to meet Shaq.
Yeah.
That would be
the stories that man has.
That would be insane.
You know, he played with Jordan, played with Kobe. I mean, he played with
LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
He's literally played with like all the GOATs.
And he was in the Lakers, Miami Heat. What else?
They called him the Rainbow Man. One of his many nicknames is the Rainbow Man.
I didn't know that.
Because so he started with the Magic. He went to the Lakers.
Right.
Then he went to the Heat.
Right.
And then he ended up going to like the Phoenix Suns for like a year, and then he ended up going to the Boston Celtics. And
he was on the Celtics?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think that's where he finished his career, on the Boston Celtics.
Wow.
That was. I want to say those were all his teams. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one in there. He ended up. I think he played for the Sacramento Kings because he ended up owning the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, and now Shaq wants to own another team, but I forget.
It's amazing. It's amazing, you know, being the high-profile, great player that you are, and being traded or moving around as often as. I mean, that's a huge resume.
I know, dude. Shaq is forever a legend. You know, but speaking of Shaqtober, I'm glad you brought that up because I believe now it's, what is it, Friday? Friday the, I don't even know, but we're coming up on Halloween.
We are.
So, do you have any Halloween costumes? Like, do you know anything that, like, you going to any parties or you handing out candies? You handing out tricks? What are you doing this Halloween, bro? What are you doing?
Always. I mean, this is one of my favorite times of the year. You know, I love Christmas. I love winter, but there is something special, and I think recently, this is gonna sound horrible, but I love that the capitalism of America has really learned how to like capitalize on Halloween. Because when we were kids, like, you know, it was kind of like a celebration for like a week. Like you lead up to Halloween, and that was it. And now you're celebrating Halloween September 1st. You know, you're seeing Halloween stuff in like stores in August.
Yeah.
And I think now it's become a holiday, maybe not as big as Christmas, but I think it's on par. You know, people decorate. I mean, look at my apartment. I decorated the last couple days.
It's crazy. I wish you guys could see this. This is ridiculous.
It's whimsical.
In a good way.
In a good way. It's like Jack Skellington just puked everywhere. But no, like you know what I mean. Look at Target. I mean, they pregame big time. You go to like the animatronics and the blow-ups that they have at Home Depot. They like commercialize it like huge. Like it's like Apple dropping an iPhone. People get super hyped for them. They sell like crazy. You should see they have these little detailed video commercials that are like cinematic. They have this 13-foot Jack Skellington I've been seeing.
Home Depot?
Home Depot does big drops for these animatronics. People go nuts.
I thought the PSL was big, bro. I was gonna say the season starts with the pumpkin spice latte hits the market.
Dude, yes.
We gotta go to Starbucks, get the PSL. Oh my god. How do you get your PSL?
What's your order? Hey.
Whip or no whip?
Oh, girl.
I'm telling you, the moment the PSL hits,
you're absolutely effing right.
Oh, that's when they know at Target, because they got the Starbucks at the Target. Yep. So you know, hey, we got the PSLers coming in. We got to give them the Halloween
juice. Pumpkin spiced latte.
They probably put something in that pumpkin spice to get them want to go around and shop for more Halloween stuff, you know?
You're absolutely right. Because when we were kids, like, there's some movies We dress up. I remember trick or treating was a huge thing. We didn't care. Go out there, have fun, get knives in your apples. Whatever.
They used to put drugs in our candies back then. People were scared of opening their trick or treats.
it was part of the fun.
They'd be like, "We gotta separate your candy." No, dude. Back in the day, my fat ass, bro, give me all that. I didn't even look. I'm there playing Super Mario World, and just with one hand and the other hand, I'm just opening wrap. You know how you can crack a nut with one hand? Shoot, I was opening up Reese's peanut butter cups, just putting the whole thing in my mouth and unwrapping the wrapper with my tongue, just spin it out at the same time while it's already in my stomach.
Like the cherry chick when you tie a knot with the stem.
That's how I learned. I learned.
You ever see you give like an apple to a horse? You ever see how
that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, monster shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna actually try that with you. See what happens. Yeah, but I feel like the pump. I think the reason why you hit the nail on the effing head. Reason why Halloween is as big as it is, there was a split in the timeline, and it was because of Starbucks, the PSL, 100%. And then after that, everything just blew up, and now it is what it is. But yeah, Halloween. So am I doing anything? I went to a Halloween party this past weekend. We're going to another Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. You showed me your costume.
I was the Witcher. I was Geralt from The Witcher, which I was really, really shocked how cool. Like, I felt really cool.
I mean, you looked amazing. I was gonna say, like, did you get what were some of the reactions that you got from your costume that night? Like, some feedback, like, whoa. Why you laughing?
Well, okay, so
I reckon.
I do. Yeah, we're watching 1923. I'm gonna jump really quick, sideways, segue. We're watching 1923, and Christian sounded the whitest I ever heard in my entire life. He started to, after episode 5 it was.
Yeah.
You're becoming very...
I went back in time, became a northern
prospector.
Montana boy.
this guy comes up to me, he goes, I reckon they ain't going to get out of this or something like that. And I'm like, excuse me.
I reckon this man ain't going to make it out alive.
That might well shoot.
Tie my horse and get my bull. I think I got to be a rancher for Halloween, right?
You should be a rancher. A white rancher.
A white ranger.
Right, white ranger.
Some people want to be the white ranger. I want to be the white ranger. There's got lost in translation.
Yeah, when you order your white ranger outfit from Wish, man, that's what it is.
I'm going to go in there like, I want to be the white ranger. The white what? I think he wants to be the white rancher.
That man wants to be a white ranger. That's Americana pride right there. Look at that.
I'll do it.
That's a good paisano.
Hey.
It's one of them good paisanos.
One of them good ones. We got to keep them up here. Bro, I already have the hat. I got the boots.
You got the voice. I mean,
yeah, I got the voice. And where I live, I can go, give me a lasso and
you were
bring a cow with me or
four shades whiter than I was when you said that. I was like, oh my God. No, so okay, I always went to a party. It was with a slightly older crowd that weren't too familiar with my character.
Oh,
or what I was. But
it's always the worst. Well, because I'm sure you spend a lot of time and you're like, like, who are you? I mean, not the worst, but it's just kind of like, dude, the Witcher.
It was the thing is, I looked cool enough, or they're like, oh, cool. One person thought I was Thor, and I was like, no, I'm not Thor.
Like old Thor.
Yeah, but spray painted my hair white and everything too. Maybe I'll post a picture. And if are you gonna dress up this year?
Shit.
Well, if not, I
want to, but I don't know what I want to.
Let's dig into the. We're gonna see each other on Tuesday. We're gonna hang out, but what I was gonna say is we can dig up some old Halloween. I think we should throw some old Halloween costume classics as on our socials. Post those up to show off some of our stuff. I'll throw my Geralt. We have Mario and Luigi of you and I on Halloween.
That's true.
I have you and I. We were Hogwarts students last year. I can throw that up there.
Yeah.
We got some stuff. Together. But and then
I was gonna say, man, like. Coming up, there was a point in my Halloween career that I think I went like four years straight as like
Ghostface?
Scream, yeah. Ghostface, because like
with the blood, right?
Because my mom was like, because the first year I maybe had the one without the blood, and it was like built into the mask. Maybe it was like that cheap one, And like the year after, I got like the cool one, the one where you put the blood inside the heart pump that you held inside, and you squeezed it.
I had
and
that too.
Felt the coolness over your face.
It was the best.
You know, like I wore, and like I'm a big dude, so just whole black. You know, the hoodie, the mask. I used to like. You know,
it was nice.
I used to TP houses, egg houses,
You're one of those
steal
kids?
the cauldron that says "Please take one." I took them all.
Yeah, one cauldron.
I came with like a sack. Like I didn't come with a little. You didn't see me walking around with a little jack-o'-lantern pumpkin thing like that. Nah, Christian came around with like the Grinch stole Christmas. That's that came with a big bag. And
good question for everybody at home. Everybody at home. Were you a kid that did the little bucket? Or were you a kid that had a pillow sack?
Dude, I had a bigger than a pillow sack.
What were you doing? What?
I probably had like a rice bag, like a big bean bag.
Like a potato sack?
Yeah, like a potato sack, bro.
Where are you getting these from?
And because we grew up poor. So we grew up in the apartments. No one in the apartments did trick or treat, bro. I'd knock on the door and be like, "Hijo de tu chingada madre, like get the hell up out of here. Like we don't got no freaking candy." Like
they do that to you?
Yeah, like so we learned at a young age that like, all right, guys, if we want to trick or treat, we gotta go to the rich neighborhoods. And luckily for us, we had, you know, Greg's Landing right over there. So
that's a good neighborhood.
So we're like, hey, they were just building all like, I mean, to us back then, those were mansions. Now I look at them, it's like they're big, but to us, I remember them being like castles. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So we're like, we're going over there. So we just crossed the street, and bro, the rich people handed out good candy. So we learned quick. Hey, we got to get out the hood. We got to go to the neighborhood. We got to go to the friendly neighborhood over here. And yeah, man, I feel bad now because, you know, they were being generous and gave us like nice candies, and they only wanted us to take one. But shit, bro, I'm sorry. Hey. I was a big boy. I needed more than one.
You know, as a kid, it was funny those houses that always gave like coins. Mm-hmm. I think back, I'm like, damn, I was so cheap with them.
Right?
How bad is like buy a big old thing of candy? You can get them pretty cheap and just hand them out. I was getting like pennies. I was like,
cool, be pennies too. Like
cool coins.
I hated that. I hated that.
As a kid, I thought it was great, but now thinking back, I'm like, that was.
But there was cool people like back then that like, I'd hear stories of like people getting like Pokemon cards in packs, like packs of Pokemon.
Back then, cards. They were probably like base set or fossil. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, and like they'd get those
Jungle
in their
packs.
candies, or you know. But there'd be cool people like that.
Yeah.
Some people would give you cash, like they'd put it.
I did get cash. I mean,
like,
that was
like a 20 back in that.
Okay,
you know?
not that 20s.
No, but it would be like randomly, like assorted. Some would be $1, some would be $5, some would be 10.
Yeah,
you get like the occasional 20 in there.
I got an occasional like $2 bill.
The $2 bill.
Yeah.
So like,
I sometimes get a Susan B. Anthony, which is worth $1, right?
A golden dollar in there.
I got golden dollars.
Yeah.
With always a Sacagawea on there.
Oh my God! Look at that! I'm getting a call. Well, I see.
We're gonna take a brief moment break to talk about our sponsor. So, our sponsor today, as always on the Attic, is Entertainment Earth. And Entertainment Earth is a wonderful website where you can get your toy needs. You can shop for the holidays coming up. And, well, Christian, I want to tell you something that I really want. I'm going to be begging Santa Claus. And it's definitely already on my Christmas list. It is the Star Wars Black Series Captain Rex helmets. I know, Christian. I got a little bit carried away this year buying Black Series helmets. Do I have 3 Darth Vader helmets? Maybe. Do I have a Stormtrooper helmet? Maybe. Do I have Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, and Mando? I don't know. Do I want to add 1, maybe 2 more from Entertainment Earth? Absolutely. And they make it so easy for you to do so. I can't stress enough to do your holiday shopping using Entertainment Earth. They're amazing with pre-orders if there's something that has yet to come out, but you want to get it before anybody else. And also, I want to say that Entertainment Earth just has like the widest selection of toys that you could possibly find on the internet. So we have in our description and also as a pinned comment, you can use our link to get a discount on your purchase. And with that being said, gosh, why are we talking about Christmas? But it's like right around the corner, which is crazy to me. And
dude, these months fly fast, bro.
I think this year, to me, has felt like a blink. But then also you look back and you're like, wow, that was kind of forever ago at the same time. It's one of those weird time warps. And here we are on Halloween, you know? And let me ask you this, because the October month has zoomed by. Like I said, a blink. So I usually have certain movies that I like to watch to get me in the mood and all that. You know, I know a lot of people like to watch horror movies. Some people like to watch, or at least start the Harry Potter films. It's kind of a tradition moving into Thanksgiving and Christmas. Are there any Halloween movies that you really like? You know, for example, like Hocus Pocus or Scream or, you know, like Nightmare on Elm Street or the movie Halloween.
Right.
There's so many. Is there like one or two movies that you really like? And then I'll kind of answer the same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like I've never been in the. I love horror movies. It's one of my favorite genres, but I think I just don't get into that like movie watching mood based on like a holiday. I don't know, like I'll just watch them whenever. But like, you know, I'm sure I've talked about it already, but one of my favorite, you know, movie franchises is also like in the horror genre, but it's Saw. And I actually was watching. I have like a Saw playlist. It's like 24/7 Saw. So I was just like rewatching all of them.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last time you and I hung out, you were saying that when you're younger, you were less squeamish. Maybe that's not the right term to use, but watching it now, it's like, oh my god, like, that's a lot worse than I remember.
Yeah. So I think it's. Yeah, now I've always been squeamish. Like I can't like if I, you know, because people would like play videos that like, you know, really explicit videos of like deaths and stuff that shouldn't be on the internet, but it was like on the dark web type stuff. And like people would just like show me that like on the bus, right? Like, or whatever. Like,
I think it was something with our generation. Like we were all exposed to some weird growing up. It was there's always that one kid.
Yeah, it's always
everybody
that one kid.
knew that one kid in their class that would show them some messed up stuff.
Yeah. So,
why?
Like, I don't know. So I was always like if I saw like someone getting their finger cut off, like like even just the thought of it, I'd be like, you know. Yeah. But like if I when I would watch Saw, it would be in a theater. I'd usually have like a girl with me or whatever, like, you know, take a girl on a date. So like you want to like man up a little bit, like not act like but I'd be like squeezing her hand. You're like, oh, you know, but like when I'm at home, I'm watching it alone, and now it's like time's passed. I'm a little older now, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch that. But like I'll like kind of watch, you know, I'll look away. But some of those Saw traps, man, like as the franchise went on, people wanted to see more blood, more gore, more crazy stuff. So
did it get comical, or are they still creative and?
Well, apparently the newest one, which I'm glad that I hated when they said that they were gonna stop, and then they made that like spin-off one, which I never saw.
Chris Rock, right? Mm-hmm. He produced it or something.
But then like now, they made one called like Saw X, Saw 10, and I guess that's still a continuation of the storyline, and it came out
of the original storyline.
Yeah, and it came out during the time right now with like the new Exorcist movie. And then another like horror movie, but apparently like Saw X beat out. Yeah, I think The Nun. It beat out all of them, and it's actually getting good reviews.
Cool.
I want to see it, so I might see that for Halloween this year.
Look, you should tell me how it is. I will not watch that with you. I am a cinephile. You know that. I love movies. Yes. I can't get into the horror genre. I am so squeamish when it comes to that kind of stuff. To me, jump scares and like anything that's too gruesome, I just can't stomach it. Like if it's like a surgery, like I've watched like open surgeries and videos, like, you know, like medical videos. I'm fine with that. But when it's done in a kind of grotesque, kind of graphic, for the sake of entertainment way, I can't. I can't do it.
So like you're a little squeamish too.
Not so much, like, I just don't like watching it. For me, it's like the jump scares. Like, for me, a lot of horror films, and maybe I watched the wrong horror films growing up, but they're usually cheaply made, and there's a very thin plot, and they know it, so they just kind of they're more built like amusement park rides, where you're just there for the thrill of it, and you're not there for like the story. But then you get like the horror film or the scary movie that is made artistically, like The Exorcist for an example, that there's a little bit more to it that obviously stand the test of time. Those are the ones I enjoy.
Okay.
I like, I guess my Halloween love for movies is more whimsical. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm a fan of the original Hocus Pocus film. I like Sweeney Todd.
Was Hocus Pocus the one that was like on Disney Channel? And there was like 3 sisters, like witches, and there was like those kids.
Yes.
And it was like at Nightmare Town, or what was it called?
No, you're combining it. Halloween Town.
I like that movie.
Halloween
I used
Town?
to watch that all the time with my sister. Yeah.
Halloween Town's a good.
Yeah.
The first one's pretty good. Yeah. That was a Disney original channel movie.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus was a movie, but they played it all the time on Disney Channel. It was a Disney movie though. But there's a lot of good Halloween movies.
That one's A1, certified fresh.
It's great. I love it.
I love it every time they played it, because on Disney Channel they used to like have like a little marathon, right? Like during October.
Oh yeah.
And like every Friday they would play a Halloween movie.
Town. There was it was like one with the Boogeyman or something like that too. Under Wraps. You remember Under Wraps? It was like a mummy that came to life in modern day. It was 3 kids. It was a stereotypical like ginger kid with glasses, like the cool kid who like skateboards and rollerblades, and then there's like the girl who's like kind of friends with everybody but has a secret crush on the guy, but the guy has a secret crush on her, doesn't realize it yet, and then they fall in love, or they kiss at the end.
Young love, man, young love.
Young love. But yeah, I mean, I really I like this season. It's pretty fun. So yeah, so this kind of circle back. This weekend I'm going to a party that I think more people will know what I am.
So you're gonna go as the Witcher again?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I you'll see from the photos, everybody, but it wasn't like anything crazy. I spray painted my hair, tied it back. I got like the black shirt off of Amazon, and then the pants, and then I got like a belt that it wraps around my back, so I can put a plastic sword. It works. Looks good. I had fun. I was saying, oh fuck, all night.
Playing Witcher games. No, I don't know. Like I mentioned, I don't know if we can talk about it this episode or not, but I know the fans have been asking, and I think right now is the perfect time to talk about it if we're gonna talk about it. But Young Love, man, Young Love. Can we talk about it?
Go for it. I didn't stop you.
It's just gonna be me.
I mean, I could talk about it a little bit, yeah.
No, because like we're talking about horror movies, and I just associate horror movies with like going on a date, because that's like it would be the easiest like pickup line to do, or like this free game right here. Like growing up, when tickets were $250,
wow,
for a movie theater.
Can you imagine?
And it's man. Like, how old was I? I think the first time I had like a girlfriend, I think I was in sixth grade, 6th or 7th grade, something like that.
Do you remember the movie that you saw?
The movie that I saw on my first date with her, yeah, I do remember. It was not a horror movie though, but the first movie. And the movie that I watched to get my first kiss, yeah, I do remember it. It was a Disney movie.
All right, okay, let me guess. All right. Let's break it down. What year?
Well, 6th grade, 7th grade. I want to say, what was that?
7th grade, so that was 2004.
Say 2002, 2003.
7th grade.
6th grade, I said.
6th grade, 2003. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So like around that time,
okay.
2002, 2003.
Do you remember the month? Time of year.
Oh, spring.
Okay. So 2003 spring, Disney movie, live action, animated. All right, give me a second. I'm calculating it. 1 second. 2003. That was okay. So that was Atlantis already came out. Chicken Little? No. before that? Animated? Disney?
Yeah.
Brother Bear? No.
Yes, it was Brother
Bear.
Yeah, it was Brother
All
Bear.
right. See, look at that.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
Yeah, so it wasn't a scary movie, but
You saw Brother Bear on your first date, and then you got a kiss on Brother Bear?
Yeah.
Was
crazy,
it Phil Collins that brought you in, or?
I remember, like, we were sitting front row. Like, front row.
Front row?
So, like, we had to lean back like Fat Joe back in the day, you know? So we were, like, leaning back. I'm there all nervous, you know. For those of you guys that have gone on movie dates, you know how awkward it is to, like, make the first move. Because it's like, do I do it now? Is it too early? Or if you wait too long, it's like, is it too late? Because I've had it where, like, I ended up not doing anything at all. And I was like, damn, like, you missed that window of opportunity. But, like, I don't know what I was doing. And I think, like, somewhere during the middle of the movie, like, oh, we were holding hands, whatever. And then I think, like, inside the movie theater, like, at one point in the movie, like, bam, first kiss. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm on top of the world, you know?
Did you say that afterwards? Kiss her and go, I'm on top of the world.
Nah. But, you know, that was like my first girlfriend. And, like, we dated for, I don't know, a month, 2-3 months, something like that. You know, back then it didn't last too long.
You keep tabs on the Brother Bear?
That's the only time I've seen it.
No. Like the girl, Brother Bear. I just call her. I nicknamed her Brother Bear. You keep tabs on her?
No, it's crazy. Like with her, I actually want to like. Well, I'll get there, but like yeah. So like with her, like after that, like my mom made me break up with her because like back in those days, like we were all like little
Sixth
cholos.
grade.
Like, we were all like little like cholos, you know. We wanted to like we were like fake gangbangers at the time, you know. And my mom didn't like that she was like a little bit more active than I was, so she was just like, "Mijo, you got to break up with her. Like she's no good for you," type shit, you know. And
moms know best.
Yeah, but so whatever, you know. And then she ended up finding out that I was younger than her. So then she was like, "You're how old?"
By what? 3 months?
No, she was like in 8th grade. Yeah,
2 years older than you.
So I think I was in 6th grade. I think she was like in 8th grade.
You did always love older women.
Yeah, so like I want to say she was at least, I know for a fact she was 1 year older, like school year older than me, but it could have been 2.
Dude,
I don't remember.
Okay, when you were a kid, 2 years is like
yeah,
5,
but you gotta understand, like
10.
I was tall, like, and we were like the same height.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like now, you're let's say you're 28, you date a 30-year-old or whatever. That's like whatever.
Right.
But when you're 6th grade to 8th grade, that's like a 10-year decade gap. You know what I mean? Like when you're that age, that is a huge jump. I remember when you're a freshman in high school and you see a senior, it's like
it's a red flag.
I'm not. I'm just saying they look so much older than you.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. Those years count. As you get older, not so much.
Like I was a big guy. I was already like growing facial hair.
Look a little,
you know, and
older at the height.
So I think like she found out I was younger, and
did you have spiky hair?
I did, yeah. I think at the time, but like she ended up like breaking up with me too. So it was like the time that like I was gonna break up with her because my mom told me to. She kind of beat us to the punch, and she ended up breaking up with me. And then after that, like, you know, she went on to high school, and I kept on going to grade school. And then, like, I ended up going to a completely different high school.
Right.
So, and then after that, you know, I just lost touch. The story keeps going because...
Oh, okay.
Because it was, like, once we started, like, ChrisCross, I remember it was our trip to Florida, I think. And when was that? What year was that?
2010.
So you got to think from 2003 or 4, 2010. Years. I hadn't talked to this person, and it had been that long. And then like she hit me up.
What?
Yeah, I remember we were in the hotel. It was like late at night. Like you and I were in the hotel.
You were telling me like,
she hit me up. Like
wow.
What the heck? And like
that was the girl.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what do I do? Like, by then, like, I was already, like, I had already, like, had other girls, whatever, but I was like, dude, that's my first girlfriend, you know? And, like, she, like, wanted me back, and I was like, what do I do, you know? Like...
How long were you guys together for in 2002 or 3?
For, like, 3 months. I don't know, but we were...
And she remembered you, like, a decade almost later that she wanted you back?
I mean,
you made that much of an impression on her with Brother Bear.
I don't know, I guess.
That's insane.
But yeah, like I never followed up on that because I was in love with like another girl.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and I knew better than to like play games. To this day, like that's why I'm like not really dating right now. Not that I'm in love with another girl, but like I don't want to play no games with anybody. So that's like kind of like where I'm at right now because I know I'm not ready for a relationship. But back then, and then after that, I had not known of her for another 10 years.
So now 2020?
So now we're like in 2020, and I come across her like on Instagram.
Wow.
And now I see that like, because she was
Come across?
Yeah. Oh, that was a poor choice of words, Chris.
No, I didn't mean that. Oh, I mean like, did you like search her up?
No, I came up
and you recommended?
Yeah, because I'm getting there. So,
okay.
So like, I was a big guy. She was a big girl too, you know, and she was like, you know, a big girl. So she went through this complete transformation.
Awesome.
So like, shout out to her. So she got really into fitness, I guess, in these 10 years that I hadn't talked to her. She ended up opening her own gym, her own meal prep business. She had 2 girls at the time. Like, when she hit me up, I think she already had her first child.
Oh, that's Sarah Equinox, right?
Sarah Equinox?
Yeah.
What's that?
Equinox is a huge gym.
Oh. Sorry, man. I'm poor. No, I'm just kidding.
I've never set foot in Equinox.
But yeah, so like she had two daughters now.
Wow.
You know, she had like a house. Like she was doing good and doing well. And I was like, damn, like
good for her.
I had to like hit her up. I'm like, yo, like
you did it.
I was like damn, like congratulations on everything you've made. Like we talk here and there, but it's just all love. Like it's not anything like that, you know.
Of course.
And I've been meaning to like talk to her, but like you know, get her on something like this to like talk about like all those missing years, or like she's dating someone right now, so like that's like it's not, you know, it's not like that. It's just it's crazy that like she's been in my life and we've all gone through these ups and downs, and I kind of want to know like her perspective, like on her life, how everything has been.
But
you know, it's a cool story.
Not only getting the backstory of the missing years, but like her perspective of
each of these events of us like together.
Of
maybe
you, like she looked at those tentpole events. Did she come across you on Instagram? Did you know?
Right,
did
like
she remember
what was her reaction to the Brother Bear moment?
Yeah.
What was her thought process in 2010?
Yeah,
or
actually,
whatever,
we saw
right?
Garfield. In the,
like what was, and then like what was her reaction when like I hit her up or whatever? Like,
yeah, that's interesting. Know? That's cool.
Yeah, so
well, yeah, it's a cute story.
Yeah, so like that's like one of my young loves, right? But it's like you always remember the first. So
well,
yeah.
Look, so at a young age, because I think it changes as you get older. What's worse as a child or a younger? When I say child, I mean like, you know, young teen. Having to break up with that person or them breaking up with you?
Man, definitely. I think them breaking up with you. That definitely sucks.
Because she broke up with you, even though you were going to break up with her. So was that still hard to receive that?
Yeah, because I didn't want to break up with her.
Right.
It was just like my mom. But my mom like didn't like anybody. Every time I had a girl over, she'd like kick them out. Like she'd get mad. Like there's stories of me. I had like 2 girls in my room one time. We were just chilling, like burning CDs. But my mom came home from what?
It's a visual. Okay. So, for the young kids at home, describe what burning a CD is. Because I'll imagine you guys like a cult, the 3 of you, in a circle, in a triangle, with a little star on the floor, burning CDs.
Man, well, I used to burn CDs, and
what does that mean?
Means is like, you know, back in our day, we used to have to listen to our music through these physical mediums called a compact disc, which is a CD. And, you know, young Christian, young mogul, I was an entrepreneur in the days. I was one of the first people in the hood that had like high-speed internet. Oh. So, you know, I was able to get some tracks.
You had the DSL?
Yeah. I was able to get some tracks, you know, on my computer, and I got it like at a swap meet, and this computer was built with like a super high-speed disk drive that was capable of burning DVDs also.
Oh, man.
And, you know, I would hustle. So, like, while I was at school, people knew that I was the guy to burn CDs. So people would, like, in their notepad, you know, 1 through 20, I think I could fit, like, 20 tracks in a CD at the time. They'd give me a list, and I'd collect them. Or they'd put them in the slots of my locker, and I'd collect them. And I'd go home sometimes with, like, I don't know, let's say 10 sheets of paper.
Okay.
And I'd get home, and I'd put the playlist together. I'd burn it up, put a nice little, like, I could burn designs on the discs too. So, like, it wouldn't just be a blank CD. It would have, like, artwork on it. And I had cases too.
Okay.
Like, I was a full-on, like, media, like a CD distribution center. I was like a CD distribution center.
Yeah.
You know? And then I guaranteed next day service. Like, because some people would slack. They'd take, like, 2-3 days to get you your CD. But I had the fastest internet. I had the fastest disk drive that could do this, and I had the highest quality music too, because I had my other means of getting this music. So, the next day of school, I'd hand them the disc, they'd hand me the cash, and that was that.
That's it.
And I used to be making bank, bro. So, the reason I mention that is, well, this girl gave me the list after school. We got off the bus. That's when she gave me the list. In order for me to, like, hide anyone to know that I was having these girls over, they hopped in through my window. And through my window was my mom's gardening, like, pot. Like, that's where she kept her plants and her stuff, you know.
You were in your mom's garden.
Not me, these girls did. So, I didn't know that, though. But they jumped in through the window.
Oh, no.
They ruined all that. I was burning their CDs. I was going to do it, like, same day. On before done service, right? Back in those days, man, I'd do anything for a girl. So, like, oh, yeah, you know, like, dude, yeah. And my mom came in. I didn't know, because I'm probably, like, bumping beats with my headphones, you know. I didn't hear nothing. Bro, my mom, when I tell you my mom came through the room, before the door hit the back of the wall, those girls had already jumped out the freaking window, because they knew that my mom was, she's like, pinches güeras. Because, like, she knew her, and she was like the, you know, the girl that chilled with all the guys at the time. She was like a little tomboy, right? But, you know, she didn't have a good reputation.
I got you.
So, again, my mom just wanting the best of me. She's like, cabron, like, I don't ever want these girls back in here. Don't you ever bring girls in the house before, like, unless I'm home.
And did she see the garden?
Well, then she went outside because she went to go try to catch them still, and that's when she started screaming me through the window, and that's when she saw, hijas de su pinche madre, like, dude, she started going off. Look at what they did to my plants, Christian. You're gonna come like fix this and like blah blah. But shit, little did she know, young Christian had money to go. I had the money ready. I'm like, how much you want? You know, I got 20s right here. We need to go to Ace Hardware right now. Get you some new potting soil. Don't worry, mama, I got you. You know, bro, I was a hustler, man.
All right, speaking of hustling, so I've been getting, you know, on Facebook, they give you Facebook memories and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I've been getting a lot of memories lately from 2008 from you. And it's
from me?
From you. But it's just text posts. On my listen to this, because Facebook was I guess I don't remember.
Already, I gotta delete.
No. Listen.
Because I deleted stuff.
Listen.
Oh my god.
Like, they're just text posts, and I don't remember Facebook just being like, okay.
Oh yeah, like just text.
Like, okay, for example,
yeah.
Things that you were messaging me, you could have easily texted them or like direct message, and I guess
but
there was no
post them on the wall, right?
Yes, like for everybody to see,
yeah.
And like. I don't remember, and I wanted to ask you what this was. Okay. I guess I made you a logo, and you asked me to make you a logo. This is before ChrisCrossMedia. This is before ATTICC Productions, when we were making YouTube content. This was months before. Okay. And you had something. I don't know what you were doing, or if it was for a friend of yours or something, but you had asked me to make you a logo. I guess I had 3 lines or 3 colors or something like that.
Okay.
And I don't know when you had asked for it, but I think I was busy with some things and I couldn't give it to you right away. And like, first you were like giving me instructions of what you wanted for this logo, just on my timeline for everybody to see. But then the message I read today, it was from 2008. It said, yo, Chris, I don't want to be a dick, but where's the logo?
Oh my God.
I didn't like it, nothing.
Oh God.
I was laughing so hard because I was like, yo, you would never put that A on someone's timeline today. And B, the fucking audacity.
Hey, yo, I don't mean to be a dick.
Yeah, I don't mean
where's
to be
the
a
logo?
Dick. Yeah, where's that logo that I'm not paying you for?
Yo,
where's that?
That could be a shirt right there. Like, hey, yo, where's the logo?
Yeah.
But like in a Facebook post. Just a Facebook post. Like, hey, yo, where's the logo?
It should be a screenshot of it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that as a fun little, like, a limited run or something.
I don't mean to be a dick, but where's the logo?
I gotta print it up. It was
I have an
funny.
idea what it could be now that you mention it like that, around that time. Because I don't know if you made this logo, but maybe you did. But it was a Halo logo, like for a team that we had.
Yeah, I think
Four down.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Did you make it? Because like that logo, no one has any like recollection of who made it.
That was me.
And I think it's in my posts, and like it's near a photo of like ATTICC Productions, and like has like Dark Link and like all these different stuff. So it's like around that time.
You have it?
I'd have to see if like I can pull it up, but
it was so funny. And then there's other things that like, I guess that was the year. I mean, I got into Facebook freshman year, so that was what, 2005.
Yeah.
So I guess those first couple of years, it was just a wild west. People were just posting things and poking people.
I mean, I had like back then, Facebook was like, it would say like, let's say your profile, like me, it would say like Christian is, it would automatically say just is, and then you'd have to type in like what it is that you're doing.
Right.
So you could just be like, it would be like Christian is, and I'd be like drinking Dr. Pepper, and like that would be your post.
Yeah.
And like you back then you could actually write on people's walls. So like you'd go to their profile, and it would be like the wall, and you could like, maybe this is before you got on, but when I was on, you could actually like Microsoft Paint style, like
I remember that.
Write on someone's wall, and then you like would poke people just to be like, hey, like to say hi's, like before Messenger. It was just a way, because there was no Messenger. That's why you had to write in people. That's why you had to write on people's walls.
Yeah.
So like you'd poke at them, kind of like the equivalent of like a pager, like, hey, here, like I'm online,
right?
And then you'd like, you know, what's up, and then you'd reply, and then you just go back and forth, and like that's how you would communicate.
Isn't that fun?
You
can still poke, I think, right? Is that still a feature?
You can, but it's like hidden. Like you can still do it. Yeah.
So that's wild.
Yeah,
it's also wild, like to think that pagers were once a thing too.
Because we saw it like in I think in Godfather of Harlem, right? Like they had pagers.
No, not that.
Oh no. Are you sure?
Godfather of Harlem. Oh, maybe it was
where did we see it
The
in?
Offer. Maybe
in The Offer.
Maybe.
I know there was something that we saw that I was like,
I thought pagers were a big. Okay, I gotta look this up. All right, we need a moment, everybody. Where's my phone?
No, I'm here. Like I have this.
You got it.
I have
this.
When
was the first pager?
No. I don't have the first pager, but I'm pulling up that logo.
Image.
Let me see.
Did
you make this one or no?
Yeah, that's what I made. That's it. 4 down. We gotta throw that.
That should be the shirt, and then on the it should have, hey yo, where's that logo on the front, and then it should have this on the back. It's right, like
that's it. There it is. Yeah, the finished product. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. I made that logo, man.
Well, there you go. This is November 3rd, 2008, and then it has one comment. Let me see if I can see who commented on it. Oh, it's our homie Zach from high school. He said, "You would." Yeah, man, that's crazy. Dude, I get some of those notifications too on Facebook. And man, I cringed at some of them. I was such a troll.
Oh God. We used to call you the Mexa troll, remember?
Dude, I used to troll so hard, bro. Like, I feel bad. Like, I can't believe, like, I'd put people on blast. I'd call them out. I'd put up, like, screenshots of their texts. Like,
oh, that's not...
I was bad, bro. And, like, I would go to where I knew it hurt most. But that was old me, man. I don't do that no more. But that's funny.
Okay, give me.
You got it?
This is what we got right here. This is according to. Oh my God. Okay. What's your guess when the first pager came out? I don't know how accurate this is, but
when the first pager came out?
This is shocking to me.
I want to say somewhere in the 60s or 70s.
Invented in 1921.
What?
Pagers, or beepers as they are also known, reached their heyday in the 1980s and 1990s. 1949, the very first telephone pager device was patented by Al Gross, so it was patented then. Mm-hmm. It could have been invented before that though. And was used by New York City's Jewish hospital starting in 1950. Now, I'm assuming that this beeper was different than like the beeper you put on your belt. It was probably like a device you'd hook up to like a, you know, it's kind of like an answering machine kind of a thing.
Your landline?
Yeah, something like that. This is nuts. I didn't realize 1921, but then they weren't like popularized or I guess used until like really the 80s. But that's impressive, isn't it? I had no idea.
Yeah, like now it's like, what's a beeper?
Yeah,
the beeper is also a name of an iconic song in Mexico.
What song?
It's called El Beeper.
How does it go?
I'm sure you hear it. It's just like it sounds like the alarm noise, like ding, 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 ding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm sure they played it at the wedding.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
Damn, have we talked about the wedding?
No.
Should we talk about the wedding? No.
We can talk a little bit about it.
Well, we were at a wedding over the weekend, or I don't know how long ago now. I may have drank too much. I don't remember, but it was fun. You know, I had a lot of compliments that night that I was out on the dance floor killing it.
Okay, so I gotta say this: Christian is an amazing, fun dancer. I think in another life or another multiverse, you're a dancer somewhere. You're a ballerina. You're very light in your feet. And there's one song. I don't know if there's a proper term for it, but from my perspective, it was kind of like the Hispanic or maybe Mexican version of like a square dance.
Yeah.
And there were like no dudes on the dance floor. It was like 6 different women and Christian. And you were like, it was incredible watching you do your thing. It was really, really cool.
I can't wait to see the footage of the wedding. Because I don't know if anyone was like filming though. I think they just had like a photographer.
Yeah.
I hope that they had hired a I gotta ask. I hope they did because I want to see that. I want to see the moment where the little kid spilled a drink on me. I was double fisting and I had 2 drinks in my hand, and while I was dancing and still not spilling anything. And then they had like a little bean toss section, and one of the little kids just completely missed where he was supposed to throw, and just happened to hit me right in where I was holding the drink, and it spilled all over these pants. Actually, they're already washed though, but he spilled all over, and I was like, I mean, I couldn't get mad at the little kid. What was I gonna?
They're having fun.
What am I gonna do? Just kick the little kid like it's something to do? Come on, man. I have a little more sense than that. Yeah, kick the shit out of the little kid. No, but I was like, man, what'd you do? But I just like dabbed him up and like kept dancing, you know?
Yeah.
And it looked like I pissed myself, you know? But I'm just like, yeah. Like, I kept dancing.
That was something. I was at the party, the Halloween party this past weekend. There was a guy. He was not from this country. He came, I think, this week to America.
What?
Right? And you know. English is not a first language for him, and all that. And this house had like one of those crazy fancy toilets with all the buttons,
and the
bidets, and all that fancy stuff.
Pixie dust
shoots
up there.
and pumps and dumps on you.
Yeah.
You know, wipes you, kisses you, happy goodbye, and all that stuff.
Have a good night.
This guy, I was waiting to go to the restroom. He comes out and he just looks at. He was in there for a bit, right? And I'm, no big deal. I'm just sitting waiting. Comes out and he's looking at me. And he's like pointing at his pants.
Oh.
And there's water all over his pants. And he's like, in very broken English, like, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. Let me take a look. Dude, there was an inch of water on that floor.
Oh my
inch
God.
of water.
It was flooding.
I don't know if it was something that he did or something that I don't know what happened.
Oh my God.
But I was like, he looked like scared, like, what do I do? You know, he was an older gentleman. I'm like, I looked at him, I said, I try to like, visually talk to him, like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of this. I end up like cleaning it. Here I am, Geralt, on my hands and knees. But yeah, that was rough watching. Okay, so I do want to touch on this before, because I know Donkey Kong's going to interrupt at some point. He's going to break out of his cage. He's quiet right now, but I want to say...
I have Halloween candy ready for him in case he acts up.
What is he like? Is it only banana-flavored candies?
I think he likes... Believe it or not, I think he likes what everyone hates. They're the only reason why they're still in business, this company. Is the candy corn company.
I love candy corn.
I hate candy corn, bro.
Okay, before we're going to touch on that.
But we have that for him. If he likes it...
I've been eating the candy corn.
I think you raised him when he was a kid, so he probably loves candy corn.
I squeeze a candy corn in his mouth once or twice. So we talked a little bit about how this is episode 18, which is crazy to think. 18 episodes. We've never done that with any version of a podcast we've ever...
I think that's longer than any Let's Play we've ever done, too. Probably.
No. Maybe.
I mean, I think Lion King was maybe like 10, 12.
Okay, what about... okay, let's actually think about this. How many ChrisCross mails did we do?
Okay, you're right. Okay,
no, did we hit 18?
I think we did.
You think so?
Yeah.
I gotta look.
Yeah, I think we did. You're right.
Okay.
I digress.
Does not matter.
It does not matter, yeah.
We're at 18. Christian and I are talking about breaking these up into seasons. And if you want to say this is season 1, but it could be considered season 2, you and I kind of talked about how we started the first, was it 5 or 6 episodes on ChrisCrossMedia,
right?
Our main channel. Then we decided to launch everything on its own dedicated channel, and then from there on out, it was like season 1. So the first, or season 2, if you want to say, and the first batch on ChrisCross was kind of like the pilot,
right? Like season 0.
But but you can also say you could technically say that's season 1. To round it out, we wanted to end season 1 with episode 20, so that'll be in a couple weeks. And the idea here on out. We want to take some time, a little break between season 1 and season 2, and to kind of regroup, to work on some other projects that we have, in the pipeline, and some things that have unfortunately taken a little bit of a backseat to other projects and just life. But also, we're going to be turning the chapter and really evolving this show into something that you and I have always dreamed of, but also I think is just natural evolution of what we have started here, which is 2 friends on a couch in an attic, talking to each other.
With the locked up Donkey Kong.
The locked up Donkey Kong, who breaks out of his cage 1 hour in the podcast to kind of tell us, and we have, blessed to have sponsors for this show and more to come in the pipeline, but we really want to bring a video element to this show. And we've talked a lot about how we can achieve that, and we are very blessed to now possess a place to film. Right. And we have access to equipment and things that we can use to really make this show special for not only us, because we enjoy doing this so much for talking, but for you guys as well. And it'll now, in my eyes, be more of a show. I think more of at the caliber of what we wanted this to be from the get-go. And we've always said that we want to see how this works, go out with it first with audio, and you can kind of see the evolution of this show. It started with just a static image. Now I try to flare it up, putting some visual element to it. And it's, we have inside jokes, and it's fun, and I look forward to recording with you every single week. And I think now more than ever with this season 2 that's going to be coming up,
I just got a new idea in my head on stuff we're gonna add into this podcast, because we've talked off camera on we all listen to podcasts. If you guys are listening to this podcast, you probably do too, and a lot of the podcasts that you probably listen to, you probably watch as well. But I don't know, I know for a fact there are no podcasts out there doing the ideas that Chris and I have talked about. And
yes, it's very true.
We want to make it. I mean, we still want it to be we said, we still want it to be the podcast that it is. Just like us two catching up, talking about our life, the past, present, future. But we also want to add a little bit of elements of what made us ChrisCrossMedia and like what make us as humans into the show and give it an experience more so than just you watching or you listening.
Right.
It's more like
speak of the stinky Simeon Devil.
Give him where's the candy corn? Give him the
candy corn.
Give him the damn candy corn.
I need the candy corns. There's no more candy.
Oh my God! What do you got? You got some Snickers? You got some Kit Kats? This man needs a Snickers. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Chris, distract him. Put a Reese's in your cup. Show him how you can open it up with your mouth.
Here you go. Oh God!
You know what? You tricked him long enough. I was able to grab his hands.
Oh, thank God!
He's in his cage.
Good. Lock him up. God, good thing that in 2 more weeks this man's gonna be locked up for a little bit, so he ain't gonna be coming out. But yeah, as I was saying, as I was rudely interrupted by DK, that we want the Attic to be a podcast, but for those of you that watch it, to be able to experience something more. Like it's that little whipped cream with pumpkin spice at the top that'll just make the experience so much better that if you're just listening, maybe you're like, you want to watch it also. And if you can't watch it, because there's people that just can't see, I think that we can still express ourselves with our words.
As we are now. But
you'll still be able to experience that. So we're just trying to like make the podcast fun, keep it how it is, but just add a little bit more pizzazz to make it a more of an experience.
Exactly. And really go back to like what you were saying earlier. It's not going to be just 2 dudes sitting on the couch and it's just camera 1, camera 2. There's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, I might bring one of my girls in here. If that's okay.
Candy Kong?
Bring in Candy. Yeah. Bro, I might bring up, you might see, maybe Christian ends up dating in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to date nobody.
No.
The only way you can date is me.
You're married to the craft. Yeah. I want you working your ass off for me.
Bringing all my exes back. What up, girl?
This show, we're having fun with it. Mm-hmm. And, at the core, what we've grown so far in ChrisCross, I look back, we have a lot of good memories. And, I think to me, this show, if we were to create a log line for what this show to me is 2 friends talking about nostalgia, memories, never letting go of what makes us kids at heart. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So, yes, episode 18. We have 19 and 20 coming up, and then we're going to take a nice little break.
But when we come back, it's going to be a whole new
show.
Whole new world.
But same show at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, in the meantime, you can come and watch us on ChrisCrossMedia. We're still going to be posting shorts and videos, or we'll start posting videos on that channel. And then we'll be back here, and it's going to be exciting.
We'll be here young chilling. And I'll still be playing Halo as I do. Just playing Halo every day like a zombie. No, I'm just kidding. No, I haven't played it in a while.
You're just a blonde boy doing what blonde boys do.
Exactly. That's all I do now. I dyed the little hair I have left blonde.
You know what? How would that look?
I don't know, man. I'm starting to think...
Your big Ken look?
I'm starting to get a lot of white hair, so I've been thinking I got to switch it up. I got to go like Dennis Rodman and start like dyeing up my hair in crazy ways.
What would you do? I will say I had some fun for Halloween. The Witcher costume. I got that like $3 can of hairspray, colored hairspray. I threw white on there. And I was looking at myself and I'm like, okay, because you get some stressor hairs. You ever get those where it's like one white hair in the mix of it, and you're like, ooh.
I have a lot of those.
Well, it's interesting. I was looking at myself. I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that like silver foxy kind of it's a cool look.
Like I took a selfie the other day and I'm like, man, I have some dead pixels on my iPhone.
And it was hair?
Like, what's going on? And it's just like random speckles on my beard. Like, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, but hey, it's part of life, right?
There's some guys I knew in grade school that were already going white.
That's true.
So we made it this long.
Yeah, I mean, I made it till 32 and a half, and now there we go.
Dudes are dyeing their hair whites for fun.
Yeah, so it's okay. Hey. It's a blessing to get old, honestly. So, more on that next week. Yeah. But thank you guys for coming in. This is a booking for episode 18. Whew. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait for the next 2 episodes. They're gonna be bangers. We're gonna go out with a bang, and
we're just getting started.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, good night to you. Good night to Donkey Kong. Good night to the viewers at home. Thank you for watching. And you know what I want to do? I was rewatching some old ChrisCross stuff. We don't talk over the screen. What do you call the screen? The end screen.
We don't talk over the end screen?
Well, I mean, we do talk over the end screen. We don't address it.
Oh, okay. Like if you want to click
subscribe
over here and do all that stuff.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. Why don't we, right?
Well, if you made it this far into the video, be sure to hit the like button, of course. Subscribe for more content. Obviously, we're going to be getting video very, very soon, so subscribe. Share it as well.
There you go. Share the podcast.
Yeah, share it.
A challenge to everybody watching this podcast, send it to somebody you love. They won't be like, what is this?
I have a bigger challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I want to say this right now. The end screen has probably not even popped up yet. So, but keep it going. Oh, yeah. Keep it going.
I was gonna say a bigger challenge is if you're listening to this.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Actually, not even a challenge, but forget it.
No. What? You're gonna end it like that? Forget it. Bye. No.
I was just gonna say, like, if you went to high school with us, and you're listening to this, share it to someone else that also went to high school with us. I don't know, or still goes to that high school. Just to keep it going. Keep it going, keep it flowing.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. That is a very niche call out.
There's a lot of alumni. I'm trying to go back in time. I'm trying to get that 35 to 45 demographic,
That's right. Yeah. No, that's cool.
And there's a lot of people I didn't talk to in high school. Maybe we could be 2 decades later. I talk to you again.
Once again, I do know of one good guy, Captain Pat. Let's give a little
applause for Captain Pat.
Captain Pat, man, good dude.
Keep doing your thing. Keep living life, man.
The Grizz. Okay, here we go. I got to give one quick story. I know I've told this story. I think I already have on this podcast. Captain Pat's story.
Okay, run it.
Pat, I apologize if I told this story already. Everybody at home, this is why I was like almost 300 pounds for junior moving into senior year. Okay? We had one class. It was an English class, and then we had to rush over to a religion class. Context, we went to a Catholic private high school. Okay? And we already had lunch, which lunch back in those days was curly fries and a cheeseburger with dipping molten hot, delicious cheese sauce.
Yeah.
You load that burger up, which also had bacon, by the way. Double bacon every day. Okay, so that. But then also, we would have this period where we had to walk the long walk. You know the walk where you have to walk from one end of the building, cross the cafeteria to the other side as like a shortcut?
Yeah.
Well, you're passing the cafeteria. This is like towards the end of the day.
Stop by the cafe there?
We stop at the vending machines.
The ice cream one?
Not the ice cream machine. Well, that was something cool.
They had the Teletubby sucky in there. Sucky.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No sucky. It was they had it at Coke machine. And they had mug root beer, which mug root beer, I think, I don't know. Shout out a fake fact. Per capita, it was the highest calorie, highest sugar soda in the game. I think it was like $2.40 a can.
I think BK had a mug root beer.
It's delicious.
I just had to throw in BK right there. I don't know if they had it or not.
Every single day, it was like a thing between us. We would run, and I know you remember this, Pat. Run down there, crack one open, kill it, just like knock it back, and then run.
Is that the origin of Badlands Chugs?
Yeah, dude. I thinking back, I'm like, I was reckless.
Damn.
And I knew that stuff was not good for me, but I'm like, you would hit the spot.
Yes.
So yeah, shout out Captain Pat. Mug days, those are good.
Yeah. Now we drink out of We drink out of different mugs these days.
Once again, we sugar-free episode.
Sugar-free
For our Halloween special, which makes no sense, but be safe trick-or-treating, kids. And if you're an adult, be safe this weekend, because you go to parties, drink and drive, just be responsible, be safe.
No, don't drink and drive.
I said if...
Do not drink and drive. That's what he meant to say.
What I meant to say is, if you're going to drive and you're drinking, don't do... What you know what I meant. Don't be.
To clarify what he said.
If you're going to drink,
purposes,
don't drive.
There you go.
That's what I meant to say. If you're going to drink, do not drive.
Yes.
And if you're going to be, you have kids, have fun trick or treating with them and watch over those little tykes. Much love. And
you have kids, get a babysitter. Go out on Saturday night. Go to a nice costume party and drink the night away. Call an Uber home.
Okay. Well. You're absolutely right. That's a smart way to do it. Mm-hmm. And let us know favorite Halloween candy, which really quick, we're going to ask each other that in a sec. And then also let us know what you're going to be for Halloween. And if you're following us on social media, send us your photos because we love to see you in costume. All right. Last thing, we're going to end this episode off. Just boom, blurt them out. Or if you need a second. Top three candies. Go.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Love it.
Kit Kats.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Snickers.
And Snickers. Okay.
And bonus, Hershey's bar.
Ooh, original? Dark chocolate? Milk chocolate?
Regular. Ain't nobody fancy in giving you the... If I had a choice, I like the almond one.
Almond was so good. Okay. Me, it's Reese's Cup.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the flat Reese's Cup. The little ones are great.
Oh, yeah, no, I like the OG.
Classic flat.
Yeah.
Snickers. This is not in any order. Mm. And then I really, really, really like... peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
Peanut M&Ms are really good. But then if you want to give me a fourth, I like Butterfingers.
Oh,
Butterfingers are good. And Twix are good too.
Twix are good too, yeah. But... yeah, okay, that's good. Hey, I'm glad we don't have the same because we don't have to be fighting over the candy. We'd be just fighting over the Reese's probably.
I think we would. I didn't say that in any particular order. I think I like M&Ms the best. Like peanut M&Ms. There's something about a peanut M&M. It's simple.
You can have all my M&Ms. Let me get all of your Hershey's. Let me get all of your Kit Kats.
I love it.
Okay. Well, be a good treat.
I'm sorry. I got one Fat Boy story. Can I give you one Fat Boy story? I don't know.
Hey, you didn't give me a young love story. You give me a young fat boy story.
I'll give you a young Fat Boy story, and then we'll end this thing off.
Okay.
Halloween special. I got to give you my Fat Boy story. Mm-hmm. So this is what I would do as a kid. I'm not joking. There was a period where I would watch Willy Wonka, the OG Willy Wonka, and then I would alternate with the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton, Johnny Depp one, like every night as a kid. It was like a comfort. My brother and I would watch that every single night. Okay. Listen to this. My parents probably didn't know about this. I would go to bed. You know, some people would go to bed with a water.
Yeah.
Like a water next to their bed. You know, might wake up at night. I might get thirsty. Parched.
I still do that to this day. Yeah.
I would go to bed with a can of soda.
Jeez.
And a Hershey's bar. Dark chocolate.
Damn, bro.
My dad, he got from Sam's Club, like the big Hershey bar, like the box, right? They're on sale or whatever, and I would grab a Hershey's bar, you know, and I grab a can, no one's looking, and I had like the bunk bed, so I kind of hide it on a little shelf over my bed.
Yeah.
And I would watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you know, and it's like visual, like it was like 4D entertainment.
Yeah.
And and then I go, all right, good night. Not even brush my teeth. I was not good. I was not good. I'd fall asleep with like a candy bar in my hand.
Yeah, you'd wake up and it'd be like all melted on your bed.
Chocolate everywhere.
Your mom like just cleaning the sheets. Like, hey, yo, is my son like? Does man need a diaper already or what? You spilled the Coke. And you know that shit like this guy's wetting your bed.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
Oh,
he's growing up quick. This man in his 80s already. Shout out to your mom and pop. Shout out to Kay. And yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
There you go.